All right. Well, thank you so much, MJ. It's a pleasure. And I did get to watch all the episodes, so it worked out as doing this interview later on.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate you for having me.
So first, we'll go again. Start. I just have a few questions for you. First question is, what drew you to the series? And what do you think makes Hysteria stand out from other kind of horror television shows that are out there right now?
Well, what drew me to it was actually the music. When I first got the audition, it was like my long monologue about like listing off all these bands and stuff. And I'm a huge metalhead, so like I immediately connected with Dylan when it came to that. But I'm not a Satanist, so we got a little disconnect right there. But yeah, that was a big part of it.
That is awesome. And and I forgot this. I grew up in the 80s. I was still very young, so I don't remember. I know there was that panic during the 80s of the heavy metal and the Satanism that kind of like the panic that went with that. Did you have to do any research on that, or were you aware of any of that had happened in the 80s?
I actually, in my free time, I just watched a bunch of documentaries. So I was actually aware of it. I watched a documentary on it before.
Nice, nice. Um, And then can you kind of explain? I mean, your character went through a lot of development over these 8 episodes. Was there any significant challenges or turning points?
Well, a challenge for sure was getting buried alive. That was real. They actually, dug up a hole in the ground and they made a coffin and they put
Oh
me in the
man.
coffin. So that was definitely an experience. That was pretty. I wasn't even acting. I was truly horrified.
I was actually going to ask you about that because that is like a horrible way to go. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
In the
that
mirror,
is.
so I could see myself. Like that's terrifying.
Oh man, okay. Yeah, because that was pretty authentic. So I was wondering if they were really doing that or not.
Yeah, they left me in there for like an hour or two. No, I'm just kidding. They didn't do that.
Hope not. Did you find any personal experiences or connections with with your character?
Just the connection of, growing as a person, learning things, maybe realizing that love is blind and maybe it shouldn't be, maybe you should
Yeah.
use your brain instead of your head. Yeah,
Definitely. It can definitely cause that fog,
definitely.
especially for these high schoolers.
Oh yeah. All the hormones, just amplified.
Yeah. Yeah. Um
I wore my Death Crunch shirt for you today.
I saw that. I love it. You look exactly how you did this morning when I was finishing watching it. And it was a breeze to just go through the 8 episodes. I didn't feel like, I was like, it's already over. It just went by, too quickly.
Hey,
Um,
that's awesome to hear. Thank you.
and there was so many, normally I think people now try and guess what's going to happen. I'm not too good at it, but I couldn't really guess anything because there's so many sub kind of subplots going on at the same time. And at the very end, everything seemed to kind of come together.
Yeah.
It seemed like everything that was going on just really paid off.
Yeah,
Um,
that's one of the things I love about it so much is like it's just like seamless. And it's not like one of those scary things where like, someone's running through a forest and they trip over nothing
yeah,
and you're screaming at the character, it's like it's actual like real scary scenarios like you think about, and it kind of gets in your head.
and you've only been probably out of high school for a few years. How did it feel going back?
I actually never went to high school. I was homeschooled. I did the whole actor thing.
Oh, dang. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is
But it
all
was my first high school experience.
nice. First high school dance, everything. That is
Yeah.
awesome. Um, I gotta ask, I know the fans are gonna want to hear what was it like working with Bruce Campbell. Do you have any funny stories to share?
He's just none that I could say on camera. No, I'm
Yeah,
just kidding. No, but he is just the coolest guy ever. Like it
yeah.
was an honor to work with someone who's like, as pro as him. Just being around him, like I feel like you pick up things subconsciously, because he just has so many amazing traits that just like seamless to him. You watch him, you're like, wow, like this is the real deal. So it's just such an honor to be able to share the screen with him.
That is awesome. And do you talk to any of your co-stars now that the series is over?
Yeah, we all got a little group chat and we've been talking about how
Nice.
the show's number 5 on Peacock's trending. So we're all pretty pumped on that. We're trying to get it to number 1.
Definitely. We're gonna hopefully we can help get it there too.
Thank you. That'd be awesome.
Well, I'm already I was telling Ed, I'm already telling people about it. Word of mouth is still strong.
Thank you.
You
Thank you.
know,
Appreciate that.
it has a little bit, I think of something for everybody. Um, I'm gonna kind of go reverse now. How did you get started in acting?
Well, I started when I was about 5 years old. I did some like modeling for some random like stuff when I was five, in
Yeah,
Florida. And then I got an audition for It's Complicated with Alec Baldwin, Meryl Streep, and Steve Martin, and I ended up booking that. And then my family moved from Florida to California when I was about five, and we kind of just kept going from there. And I kind of got lucky. And my first real movie was Chef.
yeah, yeah, Chef, and then Krampus is where I
Yes, sir.
really recognized you from.
Nice,
And
nice.
my wife, it
Bad
was
Moms.
both. Yep, both of
Yeah,
them.
it's nice, nice.
Sure. Um, and do you have anything that you're working on right now?
Not that I could say. Not that
Yeah.
yeah, I'd get the whole book of suing thrown
Yep.
at me.
Yeah. So you are working on stuff though. So that is good.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Um,
I'm also working on my unemployment.
yeah, yeah. You got to keep on top
I
of
was
that.
working on one project and now it's done. So now I'm just back to the old unemployment.
Yeah, I hear you. I have a lot of friends in the industry, and
Yeah,
it's
it's a fun part of it.
yeah, they're working hardcore. They're on 6 months, and then they're done.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
they
it's
don't know
pretty
when they're
cool.
going to go back. So they hit the ground hard when there is work.
Yeah, it's true.
Is there anything that you hope that all the viewers are going to take away from Hysteria?
I'm gonna say don't be Satanist. I think that's probably the best message. The
Yeah,
devil leads to trouble.
yeah.
Unless that's your
That's,
thing, man, whatever, but I don't know.
no, that's definitely a good message, especially for the younger viewers.
Yeah. Don't be a
Um,
follower too. That's a good one. Don't be a
yeah,
follower.
yeah. Don't be a follower, be a leader, or don't be either.
Yeah,
Kind of
right.
be there
That's
in the
good.
background. Um, so as far as movies, what kind of movies inspired you growing up? Do you have, and doesn't even have to be horror. Was there anything that you really just kind of
Well,
stood out to you growing up?
I love Tom Hanks. So like when I was a
Yeah.
little kid, I would watch the scene to Saving Private Ryan, like the intro scene where the Normandy landing, and just like from watching that as like a young age, I was like, wow, this guy is just so talented, and it definitely like made me like want to be like him. He's probably my biggest inspiration, like actor wise, was Tom Hanks.
So needless to say, you'd love to work with Tom
Yeah, that would be
someday.
awesome. That'd be really cool.
No, there is always, I think everybody has that Tom Hanks film. For me, growing up, it was Big. That's what
Oh,
I
that's a
grew
good
up
one.
with.
Good
Yeah.
one. I can sit here. You ever seen The Green Mile or Terminal?
I,
There's so many good ones.
yeah, yeah. And there's just, he's done just a little bit of everything.
Everything. Like it's just that's something that impresses me is the range he's able to portray. Like just anything. Like that's
Yeah.
what makes a real actor is someone who can play different things.
Yeah. I mean, he can jump from comedy to serious. Castaway was another good one.
Yeah,
Um,
amazing.
I think, wasn't he Turner and Hooch? Was that Tom Hanks?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was.
The Burbs. So, it just, the list just
Yeah.
goes on. What about like any books? Is there anything in your childhood or growing up? Did any books, like, do you like into any horror things? Stephen King, R.L. Stein, growing up,
Oh,
or
I'm not a huge reader. The only thing I've actually
yeah.
read is Harry Potter. I'm on book 6 right now, and it's
Oh, nice,
really, really good.
very good. I tried, but someday I'm gonna go back and try again. Yeah, even with the movies too, I just couldn't catch it. Everybody else in my family could. I'm just like, what's wrong with me? Um, well, you know what? I really appreciate you taking the time, talking with me. Congratulations. I mean, you are the star of this thing. I think you had top billing, seeing your name right there.
Yeah, thank you very
So,
much. It was such an honor.
this is definitely amazing, and I hope it takes off. And I can't wait to hear people talk about it, and I get to talk with them about it. Um,
Thank you.
And so what I'll do is I'll do an article. I'll do like a mini review on it. I'll kind of introduce you in the article. And then I'll embed the YouTube video of our interview in there, and
Sweet.
we'll share it, and hopefully I can get it on the socials for us because we have a lot of followers on Facebook. So
Cool. Yeah,
that's
thank you very
even
much. I
better.
really appreciate the
Thank
promotion.
you.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. And hopefully you can do some more horror stuff and we can talk again.
Yes, sir. That'd be awesome. Well, thank you very much again for having me, sir. I really appreciate
Thank
it.
you so much.
Have a good one.
You too.